Hey everyone, this is Late Night with Cap. Welcome back to Wednesday night, January the 11th. I've got a cool show coming up for you if you're like terrified of sharks. Maybe you shouldn't watch, but you should anyways. Just go in the background and not listen. I got a cool guest coming on. Before we get into that, I just want to do a couple shout outs to a few people. And believe they're in the chat right now. Um, we got Rogue Attraction. I believe he is barely or just close to being or as monetized. So I really hope he gets that. He's been really working hard for that. So I do appreciate that's really awesome of him. And then Theme Park Casual, he just hit 250 subs. He's doing the theme park thing as well. So I just wanted to give a two shout outs for those two folks, two guys. Again, they are doing a heck of a job out there and really excited for that. But before let's go ahead and get my new guest on right now. She's never been on before, but she's heard about the show. She's seen some things, so she's super excited. So I'll give her a warm welcome. This is Shanti from the Scarif Scuttlebutt podcast and the Scarif After Dark. So you get a round of applause for that. How are you? How is it going?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me. I'm super excited about this.
Oh yeah, most people come in here, they're a little nervous.
No,
They're
look, I
like,
dressed up and everything.
you did. I wore
I
a
did.
tie last week, and because it was a new year,
Oh,
and
appropriate.
they made fun of me. So they you may get
For
you look a
shame.
little better than I do, so maybe you won't get made fun of. How have your New Year so far been for the last 2 weeks? I know you had a New Year's Eve live show that went pretty good.
We
How are
did.
you?
I did. I'm doing really, really well. New Year is going well so far, so I can't complain. I also don't want to jinx myself, so knock on wood. But yeah, no, so far so good.
Okay, cool. And Some people have heard about you. For the others that haven't, can you kind of explain what Scarif After Dark is all about?
Well, when I asked to come on the Scarif Scuttlebutt podcast, I went to, which was like 2 years ago. I'm actually coming up on my 2 year anniversary in February, so yay!
Oh, cool.
I went to the Scarif Con that year that I joined as co-host, and we were drinking, me and Nicole, if you know Nicole from Rogue One Radio, and
Yep.
we were
Nicole's here.
just
Yeah.
yeah, we were just shooting the breeze, and we just started joking around and, "Oh, Scarif After Dark. Hey, Nicole." And it kind of stuck with me and has been in the back of my mind because I realized, you know what? We don't talk enough about how nerds are sexy. I've been saying now for a while that nerds are winning right now. We've kind of taken over the world, and I think we should show the fun, sexy, horny side of
Okay.
nerds because that's what we are. So
Oh, wow.
that'd be fun.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. It's a neat idea. I mean, you're right. Nerds are kind of in everywhere now, right? They're kind of in
Mhm.
entertainment, the politics. They're even in schools and things like that. So yeah, I mean, it's good to be a nerd, a dork, a geek,
Mhm.
and that's kind of what this show is all about too. We kind of
Yeah.
highlight some things about that. Some people can find you here, right, at Selena Kyle 29. Uh, i-
Yes.
Now, are you a fan of Selena Kyle? Is that what that is?
Oh my god, I love Catwoman. I have loved Catwoman ever since I saw Michelle Pfeiffer wear that skin tight
Oh
outfit,
yeah.
and I mean, that's, like, burned in my brain since I was, like, 9, 10 years old, and I've just loved Catwoman ever since.
I I I I would say she's a really good Catwoman. One of my favorite though is the one from the 1966 Batman.
Oh god,
They're
which one?
both of them. That
Oh, you like both,
I
okay.
I like both. I like the classic style. But yeah, you're right. Michelle Pfeiffer is yeah, she was pretty smoking. She like
Mm.
really knew how to use that whip too,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So
Harley Quinn's getting up there, though. Harley is
okay.
another one that's kind of entered my life because I grew up with the '92 Batman animated series, so those 2
Hmm.
are just those are
Yeah,
my
me
girls.
too. Yeah, and that's where she came from. Was it?
Mhm.
Um, Spirit of Liberty says she was a great Catwoman. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, she was. So, do you know how to like whip?
No, but I do have the costume, which did come with a whip, I've just never used it.
Okay. All
But
right. Okay. Yeah. Um. Well, you should try. Maybe that's your New Year's resolution to learn how to use the whip.
yeah,
So
that'd
let's
get
go
us
ahead and
some
say
more
so.
subs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, then you can crack it on. You have a co-host, right? Josh, Sis
He's too
Care
far
Bear.
away. He needs to come to Miami so I can use it on him. He's only been fired 57 times from the show. So.
Sometimes he stops in here, so we'll make sure to say hi to him. So we do have a few people in here. We got R2 the Icky saying hi. Now he did come into the back room. He was so excited that you were coming on. He wanted to say hello. Now I won't tell you who he hasn't showed up for in the back room for, but he only does that for people he likes.
But I know.
Yeah, but you know now. Yeah, yeah. Ubaldo shows up. How's it going? Yeah, let's
Great
do this.
supporter.
It's gonna be a fun show. And then Jacob Ironside,
Oh.
he brings in the dad jokes, so
Oh,
he should
great. I
he
love
should be
dad
good for
jokes.
that.
Oh, I love that. They're the
And
best.
then we got
Tina.
Tina. Hey Tina. And then I already said hi to Theme Park and Beard Liberty, a Beard of Liberty. He's a fellow beard person, so we do
Yeah, I know
appreciate
there's like
him
a
coming
crew
on.
going on there with the beards, but congratulations to the both of them. I heard your intro, so
Yeah,
keep
there you
plugging
go.
away at that, guys. Good for you.
Yeah, and I actually do have a nickname where I'm called Beardy. So yeah. I don't have a clip for that. Unfortunately, as you can tell, I don't know if you've seen the show in the past. I have changed some of my backgrounds. I got a cool
Mhm.
logo over there now.
I
Um
know.
m- R2, and he needs to help me out with uploading some of those clips because he created some of those. So maybe
Of
next
course he
time
did.
I can show that for everyone. R2 says Tina needs to be a guest. Okay, well, we'll reach
That'd
out.
be the
Be
best.
kind of fun.
That would be the best.
That would be the best. Is she pretty wild? Is she pretty fun?
What? Yes.
That was a sarcastic.
God, I hope so. That was rhetorical.
I do remember when I was doing Dragon Champion, or not Dragon, doing House of Dragons reviews with
Oh, yes, with
Josh and
Tim and Tim.
Tim. You kind of made it go off the rails there a little bit, which I thought was pretty funny.
What I do in every chat room.
Thanks, Nicole.
They are.
Um, Cannoli,
Hey, cannoli.
you shaved your beard? Really?
Uh-oh.
We
For shame.
I have a like a thing in the backyard, and every time someone shaves their beard, I put a little rose out and say a prayer.
No.
So here you go. Here's why should you never eat a clock? Because it's too time consuming. Thanks, Jacob.
Simple but effective. That's what a
Yep,
joke
yep,
should
yep.
be.
Wait, Shanty is wearing a tie because JT won. No,
I
it's just
honestly didn't know. I really didn't. I
no, and
just
she looks a lot better than I did.
I just wanted to glam it up.
So, um, so what else have you? You got Scarif. What else are you doing on the Scarif podcast? Are you guys doing anything special this year? That we should look out for?
No, I mean, we got Scarif Live going on every Saturday. I'm sure we're gonna be reviewing shows every week once they start coming back. I mean, like Bad Batch. I'm sure Ro will maybe eventually want to talk about Bad Batch. I actually haven't watched it. Don't know if I will watch it. Didn't even watch the first season, so but I'm kind of waiting for Mando and Ahsoka to talk about those things, so I can't
Okay,
wait. And of course, really the big thing that's happening this year is ScarifCon. It's the 5th anniversary, so that's 5
really?
ScarifCons. Yes, so we've deemed it Scarif DEFCON 5. So we're really excited about that. We're still in planning phase, trying to convince Ro to do it in fall because Chicago in summer is no different than Miami. It's
Okay. That's pretty
fucking hot.
cool.
Yeah.
Just 1 second here. Thanks, Vader, for stopping by. I do appreciate. I know you all are busy over there at the Salty Nerd Podcast, building your own studio. It's
Nice.
cool to see people doing cool things that I like to hang out with in this little corner of the internet. And what you're doing sounds even great. I know 1 year R2 said he was going to go, and something happened where he couldn't go. But
Yeah.
um, and the how long has Red 5 been around? Has it been 5 years or has it been more than that?
believe I'm not. Oh my gosh, I'm actually really not sure because I came in like towards the middle of all of this.
Okay.
But I want to say like the Scarif podcast has probably been going on since maybe 2018, 2019. I'm not sure
Okay.
about Red 5 Network itself, so probably I would say around the same time. Makes
Okay.
sense. 5 years, yeah. I would
Yeah, I think
probably
that'd
say,
be.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. You got a cool group of people over there. I've recently we've been involved with them because of After the Weekend, where
I was gonna say you're technically Red 5 too.
technically I was just never like anointed. Like R2 didn't say, "Hey, you're in R2. You're in Red 5. You're just on my channel, so you're kind of
Ale.
there." Yeah, yeah,
I think R2 should be fired.
yeah. I had to like get someone else to add me to the chat. It wasn't. I think it was you.
It was me. It was me.
No, R2 didn't want to add me for some reason. So Chicago Star Wars Convention. That's when it was. Oh, okay,
Oh,
very
okay,
cool.
there you go. Yeah. Nicole
Yeah.
would know.
And Invader's at his new job, so yeah, he can't hang
Oh,
out too
nice.
long.
Oh, stupid work.
Here we
Getting in
go.
the way.
Nicole's bringing in all the facts. Right after that, it was when Ro and Brad began Scarif and Red 5.
There you
Okay,
go. There you go.
very cool. Yeah.
Thanks, Nicole.
Yeah, it's the Twitter chat. There's a bunch of those, but the Red 5 Twitter chat. Again, my own co-host of After the Weekend did not invite me. I was invited by someone else. So.
Unbelievable.
So before we get started with the first segment of the show, and that is bad graphic design, I do want to I do this little pitch. I don't make any dollar cents off of it, but I do love this game, and it's called Dragon Champions. Have you heard of Dragon Champions before?
No.
So it's a mobile game that you kind of start out with a basic team of like these cool looking characters, and then you kind of go through the game and you like level them up and you
Mhm.
buy stuff with gold, and it's just a mobile game. It's completely free unless you want to like there are stuff you can pay for, but you can have a good time without paying a lot of money.
That's
And
awesome.
then you can fight little battles and you get more characters, and every now and then you do get to fight with a guild of people. So like I'm part of the Salty Nerd Guild over there because they're
Okay.
a big pitch of this game, and they're the ones that introduced it to me. So yeah, if you want to check it out, you can. And it's
It looks
everyone
like
in there.
fun
It is very fun. You can download it like any mobile device. So it is
because I don't have enough mobile games.
yeah, I know. Are you a gamer? Are you a gamer at all?
I mean, I'm trying to jump back in. I love it. I just have never been like super hardcore about it, but I do love gaming. I
Yeah.
have an Xbox. I have plenty of games on my phone,
Okay.
but
Well,
yeah,
if you want to get a start on it, you could. Salty Nerd has a. You could use the code Salty, and you'll get some
salty. Okay,
extra stuff.
got it.
Yeah, yeah. I
All
don't
right.
have one yet, but they don't know that it exists. But I still love the game, and I love pitching it, so it's all fun. So, hey, Heath Nation showed up. Hey, man, how's it
Hi.
going? Nice to see you. So you kind of did the logo. Did you do the logo for Scarif After Dark? Was that your?
No, actually, the work of this lovely logo was done by my good friend over at also part of the Red 5 Network, Blake. He hosts the Dork Wars podcast,
Okay.
and he not only created the logo, he is actually responsible for the opening of the show as well. So
Wow.
thank you very
Okay.
much. And then, of course, a big thank you to R2 because he provided the closer, which is Rose head superimposed on Burt Reynolds' body, and it's wonderful.
Well, here he is. He's just. I didn't realize I had to send out formal announcements. Yeah, man. Yeah, we do.
You dropped the ball, man.
um.
Jeez.
So bad graphic design is where we kind of like go over some questionable things, or maybe it was not done on purpose. But it just
Okay.
everyday experiences that maybe make you kind of go, "Mm, maybe you should have rethought that design." So we'll go ahead and kick that off here really quick, and here we go. So the first design now at Scarif After Dark, you kind of get a little sizzling, right? You kind of like raise the heat over there, and you kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
it's after dark, so you kind of
Mhm.
did. So if you ever need to turn up the sizzle a little bit more, you can call Sex Bacon Company. They'll provide you sausages, cooked meats, pork, and beef and lamb.
I'm sure they do. Oh, the meat. Oh my.
So every time they drop it off, yeah, you can see this outside your window, and the Sex Bacon Company can
Sex
show up
bacon.
and give you
Sounds
a sizzling
delicious.
time. Yeah, there you go, Nicole. That's right. Bone. It could be Essex.
What a
I'm not.
cute cat.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
like Bone's little avatar there? Yeah.
I just love animals.
I heard that. I heard you like cats.
I used to hate them
um.
actually.
So if ooh, look at Nicole. She's already excited.
See, meat.
What qualifies as cooked meat? I mean, like I said, sausages, cooked meats could be. I wonder what that could be.
We don't
Steaks,
ask.
burgers.
It's best not to know.
Okay, it's probably like the what's that company that like delivers meat to your house? What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh, I
Pornhub.
don't.
No.
No.
Wait. Hold
Whoa.
on. Whoa.
Whoa.
What? Sorry.
It's okay.
My
It's
bad.
all right.
Never
No, you're
mind.
good.
Oh, is this a
um,
children's show?
isn't Sex Bacon Josh's nickname?
It is now.
It is now. So Josh now has a truck company called Sex Bacon Company. Sex Bacon is good enough. Yeah, yeah. And then we've got let's see here, Omaha Steaks. That is correct.
There you
Omaha
go.
Steaks is the one. So I'm gonna call these people instead. It might be better.
Yeah, sex bacon. Oh,
Swans also drops off the meats. Sex Bacon is a good name band for a good band name. Oh yeah, it could be.
yeah.
You could really
Mhm.
rock out to that, right?
Sex bacon.
Yeah, when I saw this, I literally looked at it and went,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
I am in full support of Sex Bacon. Okay, yeah.
Me too,
Okay,
Tina.
cool.
Me too.
Well, you could call them. I'm not sure if they come to the. I'm not sure that's probably not in the U.S. But they might be able to.
That's okay. I'll go to them. It's fine.
Sith Care Bear takes over Sex Bacon Company. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Let's see. Legion, Ryan, JT drops off his meat for Jack. Oh goodness. So you had a conversation. We're gonna like kind of pause it here for a moment. You had a conversation with Ryan about Titanic.
Yes, I did.
And
Do this.
I've
Come on.
always said that Titanic, the ending was kind of bogus because she could have totally saved his life. And the whole plot of that movie is she just wanted to be a little scandalous, maybe have some sex bacon on the side. And she
Right.
didn't want to be seen with this person after the fact. So that's why she didn't pull him up on the door.
God, I wish Josh were here right now. He hates Rose so much. It's not even funny.
Yeah, Rosenberg Merck's jacked. She took care of him. So
Yeah.
she was embarrassed of his poorness, and she did
Mhm.
not want to be seen around him. Yeah, that's
Right.
what's up. Yep.
She just wanted to lose her virginity, and that was
I
it.
like, yeah, true, and be drawn nude.
Yeah, and be drawn like a French
um,
girl.
yeah. I like my sex bacon crispy, but not too crispy. Okay, okay.
I respect
Yeah, everyone's trying to guess the actual name of it. I'm pretty sure you got that one.
Probably.
I'm gonna give that one to you. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Cinnamon roll
Or
or a
sex
sex bacon. I don't know.
We call Josh cinnamon roll
Uh,
and ask Tina why.
yeah, I don't want floppy sex
Floppy
bacon. That could be like too fatty, right? You know, oops. You know, you don't want a little bit of.
You're gonna have to censor this
Um,
episode.
Jack gave Rose his sex bacon. It's not a dad joke, but it's a pretty good one.
I like
So-
it.
And then we got Ryan coming in again with the Titanic. He was always talking about this word buoyancy. I'm not even sure if he's spelling it correctly. I don't even know if he knows
Dude,
what it
it
means.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She didn't even meet up with him in the afterlife.
No, she's.
I
pretty
mean, if
cool
I
looking.
were her husband, I would have come into that freaking ending and been like, "What the hell, woman? We were married. Who's this guy? Why are you on the
Yeah.
Titanic? What is going on here?" I mean,
Very true. So then we got like Vader here. I like the fatty part of sex bacon. Okay, cool. Most people do. Some people like it really crispy. Some people like it really dark. Some people like it kind of light.
Crispy.
Yeah. So, but that's not all we've got for bad graphic design.
Uh-oh.
Now, to do a YouTube channel, you have to have like a pretty decent computer, right? And
Mhm.
sometimes stuff goes wrong, and you have to kind of fix things. And what would
Sure.
you do if would you kind of do it yourself, or do you call on someone to help you?
No, I do it myself.
Okay, did you know there's a company called the Computer Doctors? We make computers work for you.
Just the tip. That's all you
Yep.
need. Just the tip. Just the tip.
Yeah, they show up with their mouse and have a good time. And
Sure, sure, sure. Give you a nice little
well,
screen
Jacob's
there.
already sex, bacon, and cream filled donuts. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so you can call them if you want. I'm sure they'll come over and kind of make sure you're all set with your computer
And other needs.
and other needs. Yeah, they are doctors, of course. That's brutal. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, he's still stuck up on the Titanic. He'll hopefully he'll get over it
Let
one
it
day.
go, man. Let it go like she let go of the heart of the ocean. Just let it go.
She did.
Which is
And
another problem that I have. The hell, man.
Every company needs to have that weirdo on staff that will look at signs and point this stuff out. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, because if I saw this before it went to print, I'd be like, "Are you sure about that? Do you really want that to be
Mm,
live?"
think about
Um,
that long and hard.
yeah, I don't. Mm.
I don't know if
Looks
you
like
invited the right person or the wrong person to come on
I
here today.
I feel like I invited the right person, so don't worry about it. This is amazing. So it looks like they're doing a pre-check. Oh, yeah, they could do a pre-check
Mm.
on you. Yeah, one of those. But they had troubles with the airlines today, so maybe.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Let's see. FYI, Twitter DMs just for you, JT. Oh, we'll look at that later, R2.
Oh no,
Yeah, I'm still a little bit mad at you for not formally inviting me to Red 5.
I took care of it.
So again, if you need a computer assistance, you can always call the computer doctors. I'm sure they'll help you out.
Oh yeah.
So now, n- most people like to say, have a good night after a YouTube stream, or when you say good night to your loved one or
Yeah.
whatever
Right.
before you
Right.
go to bed.
Hmm.
Um, some people they eat planters and they say to all a good nut.
I mean, it's important.
Yeah, this was an actual printed Planters jar of peanuts. So yeah. I have one of those minds that goes in dark places sometimes. So
Oh,
oh,
have you not
they're already
looked at my Twitter feed? Like I was born in the gutter.
everybody. Heck yeah, no,
Yeah, man.
Nicole. There you go. I'm not sure what is that? A peanut? A wall? Is that a walnut?
Hazelnut
And
and a
hazelnut?
screw? Nut screw? Screw
Hmm.
nuts? Screwing nuts? Nutty
Yeah.
screws?
Tell you what, if someone figures out what she's trying to say there, I'll
Nicole, I'm not
probably.
playing Pictionary right now. I'm trying to do a show.
This is just
JT.
nuts now. Yeah. It's just a little nuts. Seems to be the theme with bad graphic design. Yes, there is, because Scarif After Dark, like I said, they get a little
It's because I'm here
romantic. They get a little sizzling.
and
So
I
I
like
thought
it.
I
It's great.
all
Who doesn't
nuts.
need a good nut? All nuts.
Oh, okay. So that was,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
but what you had a
Oh, nuts and bolts. I get it.
oh.
Okay. It just clicked. All right. Duh.
Okay, we'll just okay.
Sorry, Nicole.
It's all right. Does Shanti like to eat nuts? Do
What
you?
kind? Yeah, as long as they're
My,
salty.
yeah. Oh, jeez. Tim, you came into the one stream. You're probably gonna want to leave.
I love
Again, thanks
Tim.
everyone for showing
Oh,
up
I
tonight.
love
This has been
Tim.
great. We got like 17 people watching right now, so that's awesome. Well, nuts. Yeah, I'm surprised Jacob hasn't came in with a dad joke
I
about this so
know.
far. I
I
know.
want a dad
Yeah.
joke. I want another one.
Yeah. um hot salty nuts.
And I said salty just for you, Vader. Salty mood.
Yeah, there you go. See?
That's that's how you
Um
do it.
let's see what else we got here.
I like
Let's see.
these.
Isn't that a Scarif After Dark tagline? It
Yes.
could be.
Yes.
Could
I mean,
be.
we do say stay sticky, so
Everyone needs a good nut once in a while.
I
Oh boy.
mean,
So, but
I
yeah,
agree. Oh my god. You started a real
I
what's wrong with
did.
this one?
We're just warming we're warming
Warm
everybody
nuts.
up. Yeah. Chestnuts on the open fire, right? We're just kind of get every prep because pretty soon we're gonna be talking about
Yeah. It's all foreplay.
yeah, you gotta be something's you just gotta be
All
careful.
foreplay before we get wet in the water.
Yeah. Hey Josh.
Oh!
Hey, shows up. There we go.
Yay!
So Josh, just to let you know, your new nickname is Sex Bacon.
Sex bacon.
Yeah. Look, I think someone already said it. New nickname. There you go.
Well, now that Josh is just a quick timeout. Now that Josh is in the chat, I'm not sure if Tabitha's in the chat, but in case she decides to watch the replay, I just want to thank her because Josh, my lovely boyfriend slash co-host,
Oh, okay.
he commissioned her to make me this because it is my favorite GIF, the Elmo on fire, and I actually dressed up like this for Halloween
That's
2 years
awesome.
ago. So I want to thank her because I love it so, so much. So thank you, Dreaming Tabitha. Go sub to her, go follow her. She does some really
Oh yeah,
great
she does some
artwork.
great
So
work. She
thank you
like
so
I said,
much.
sometimes she pops in, sometimes she doesn't. But we'll
I
make you
wanted
know
to
what?
get that out there.
I'll
Make
make
sure
sure to
clip it. Yeah,
I'll
clip this and make sure she
I'll
get it
clip
out
all
there.
this out for her and I'll make sure she sees
Yeah,
it. So yeah,
please
everyone
do.
likes it. So yeah, yeah. Sex
Thanks,
bacon.
Tabitha.
Yeah, that's your new
I
nickname,
knew he
man.
would like that. I knew he would like that.
And then yeah, he just popped in and said hi. This ain't your mama's late night with Cat. Put the kids to bed and turn down the lights. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, we're all about that.
Good
Um,
man.
so there we go. That's some bad graphic design for
I
you.
like it. That was great. That was fun. Right up my alley.
Oh yeah, every time we some people are like, I tell them about it. They're like, what do you what do you mean? Like, and then we show these little crazy things, and they're like, where do you find this stuff? Well,
I
most of it
do.
comes from my wife helps me find some of this stuff too, so it's pretty funny. So I'm glad you're having a good time so far.
Oh, I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
we'll clip that for you. And then let's see. Oh, Pacific 414 showed up. Hey
Hi.
man, how's it going? Technically she painted it and I just bought it when I saw it.
Whatever. Either way, kudos
Why you gotta
to
ruin it,
her.
man?
I know. Come on, man. It's awesome. I love it
It's okay.
so
Just
much.
I'll just throw this at it. There you go. So also remember our friend Kat, the Hippodroby gamer, is on with Nina tonight. Okay, cool. That's
All right,
awesome.
nice.
That's really cool. I'm always excited when I see other YouTubers doing other streams with other people because that's cool, right? That means we're
Yeah,
crossing the streams, hanging out like
that's how
tonight.
you grow.
Yeah, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to do this show was because I wanted to kind of uh, just talk about stuff other than Star Wars, Marvel, whatever
Yeah.
else, right? So I thought I've always thought it would be a good break from everything. Hey, look
I
who shows
mean,
up now.
hey, I mean,
Hey, man.
the joke in Red 5 is that I'm the pot slut, but, I mean, I love guesting on other
Wow.
people's I love guesting on other people's shows, and that's how
Okay.
I ended up connecting with, Salacious Rum and the Monkey Lizard Army, so, I mean, that's how I met Tim from
Yeah, Tim
I
and
mean,
I,
that's the whole point of
yeah.
social media is to connect with other people, so
Yep,
it's been a
yep,
lot of
yep.
fun.
Um, the how I got into this was, I just started doing logos for people, and
Oh,
R
okay.
R2, um, invited me on one night to be
Mhm.
on his show to review a movie, and, I think that was a movie review, I can't remember, but, he's like, "You know what? You should do your own thing or get on the channel or whatever and have fun with it," and Now I'm here. And,
Yeah,
and
there
you
you go.
you get things like this. And he hates it. And he hates it.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
Hey, look
like
at
it. Oh my
George
god,
Lucas.
George Lucas.
Man, can you like share this to some of the other folks out there in
Yeah,
Hollywood to get that out there? Yeah. And
seriously.
speaking of everyone else, yeah, hit the like, hit the share, tell
Subscribe.
people about it, all about. Yep, go Cap, go. Yep. So R2 just threw his headphones. Yeah, he usually does. He doesn't. Yeah. See, they wait for it. They know it's coming. So it's usually they don't know
Aw,
when
see,
they
they
don't
like
know
it.
when I'm gonna throw it in or not, but usually it's something good or something fun. So, but
I like it.
before we get into the sharks, though,
Mhm.
I do have something cool to show you.
Okay.
And usually on this channel, we do a thing called Caps Freak Out, and usually it's something kind of might make you
Gross?
go, "Ugh," or it might make you go, "What?" So, uh, w- this I don't know if it will do all of that, but it's gonna give you kind of prepped for the sharks.
It better not be bugs.
No, it's not bugs. No,
Okay.
it's definitely shark related. All right, so there was a TV show on Discovery, the Great White. Um, I can't remember. It's like Great White Explorer or whatever like that.
Yeah, I
And they
think I've
would
heard,
put,
yeah.
yeah, they would put these people in these like glass cages, right?
God, I wanna do
So,
that so badly.
well, here you go. Maybe you won't after this. So this shark literally jumps into the cage,
Awesome.
and yeah. So actually, it's better with sound. Oh, here we go. Watch this.
Holy
That's pretty vicious, right?
that's the risk you take when you go in their territory, man. I
It
mean, that's
is.
how I see it.
It is very risky.
It
I would say
is.
yes. Would you do that? Would you get? You said you would.
I
Really?
would, and I've actually have gone diving with stingrays. So
Really? So you're
mhm.
not afraid of sharks?
No, I'm not, I'm not. I'm actually, if anything, I'm more afraid of whales for some reason, just because they are
Whales?
I mean, not that I'm saying that sharks aren't massive, but whales are so much more massive, but no, it just the sea just does not bother me. The ocean doesn't bother me, like, at all.
Yeah,
Again,
those
I'm
work
born
then.
and raised in Miami. I'm surrounded by water. I've had to get out of the water because there was a shark that was swimming towards the shore, and my dumbass was like, "Oh, that's so awesome." And I'm just like, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all.
Well, it doesn't bother you at all, is what you're
No.
saying.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Um, so there's another one I want to show you, but before we get to, I want to say hi to Copa here. Thanks for shopping in, man. Good to see you. And I think let's see, Geek Talk dropped in. Hey, man, good to
Hi.
see you. Good to see you. And let's see, Joker says nope, doesn't want anything to do with it. Well, goddamn, that shark said fuck that guy.
He's
Thanks. You
coming to
just
my house.
yeah. So Cage dived in Hawaii. Oh, that's cool.
There you go.
Geez, you'll invite anyone on this show. We have a secret for you, Ro, about R2. So,
Yeah.
mhm,
Yeah. I'll tell you later.
yeah, we'll tell you later.
Scar-
Don't go in the ocean. Haven't in over 20 years. Never going back to in the ocean. Okay.
I love
Well, Joker doesn't really like water, so
I get that though. A
now
lot of people don't.
sharks have been. They're like kind of like the mobsters of the sea, right? Every time they do a cartoon, they're kind of like rugged. They've seen some things. Well, I'm gonna show you one real quick of a shark that has seen some battles, and it's not really a freak out thing, but it is just a cool like image of what can actually happen to these sharks. So this is a guy that's just battle hardened, and he's a great white as well. And if you look at him, he's got like
Yeah, all
these,
the scars.
yeah, and those aren't boat scars. Those aren't scars. Those are scars from other sharks.
Crazy.
Look at that. Yeah, isn't that
Wow. Poor
Yeah,
thing.
I know, but he
Oh, I'm
knows
gonna
he's
give it a
king of
hug.
the land there. Like he's just like, don't come this way. So
Hugs, shark.
yeah, because they get in fights. I'm sure they fight
Oh,
all the
yeah.
time. So yeah. Before we move on though to the main topic, I do want to. There's a video that I really wanted to show, but I was worried that
Uh-oh.
CNN would take me down.
Oh,
So I'm gonna put
no.
it in the chat. It's the full video of the glass cage of how
Oh, okay.
that all happened. So if you all want to watch that later, you definitely can. Shark
I
Fight
do.
Club. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's OG Shark, really.
Yeah.
It's exactly what that is. Yep, see the other guy. Yep, yep. So, I mean, it's wildlife, right? They get a little crazy. So,
Nature. I
um,
love it.
just stopped by to say howdy. Major news broke in an hour. I gotta dig into this stuff. What? What?
Oh, interesting.
What did
Interesting.
Batman like leave Gotham City? Like, is that the breaking news? Like, what happened here, Joker? You just gonna literally do that to me and leave? Hmm. Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, man. Hit that smart. Hit it. I think I have like what 18 people in here, and
Nice.
I think I have a few likes. so
A
so here we
few.
go. I think I have a few. I think I have a few. Let's maybe get that to the 20 range. Let's see. How can you tell if two sharks are friends? They act chummy with one another. Yeah. Thanks, Joker. I mean, thanks, Jacob. Oh my goodness. The Joker's got me all
All
messed up.
messed up.
So, as we talk about sharks, the main reason why we're here is tonight we're going to talk about the true story of Jaws.
Mm.
Now, some of you, if you want to come by later, you can. I'm going to cut this out and put it in a separate video. But yeah, this is the true story of Jaws. Like, so as you know, obviously you've probably seen the movie Jaws, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, I have.
So, it's around a New England town, and a shark just kind of goes rampant and attacks people, and he gets taken out by shark hunters, right?
Mhm.
So, this is a similar event that has actually happened in American history that we're going to talk about. Before I get started, though, someone said that you don't consider Jaws as a horror movie.
No, I do not. I think of it as more action drama, I guess. And it's not because I didn't, grow up during that time, because there are definitely horror movies that I've seen, of the 60s and the 70s and all that that have definitely have freaked me out. So it has nothing to do with that. I appreciate, because I'm such a film buff, I appreciate movies in the time that they were created.
Hmm.
It just it just doesn't scare me, and for me, it's just more of a lesson of, if you're gonna go on their turf, this is what you get. So, like, I have no
Wait,
sympathy for the chick that dies at the beginning of the movie. I'm like, I mean, if you're gonna go swimming in the ocean in the middle of the night, I mean, I don't know what you
they weren't really
expect.
like they weren't really thinking a great white. I mean, that he was just kind of strolling through. He wasn't normally there. So whose territory would he have been in?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, this is similar to that.
Okay.
So it wasn't safe to go back in the water. It's just around Jersey Shore in
Mhm,
1916. There was a series of like deadly shark attacks that like literally forever changed how us Americans
mhm.
like thought of these shark creatures, right? Um, and we'll get into that here in a second, but basically, we'll go over a couple of victims that happened over this literally span of I think a couple weeks or so,
Mhm.
or 45 days, maybe about 30 or 45 days. So, in America at this time, they would always want to celebrate 4th of July holiday weekend on the beach. I don't know if you've been to New Jersey or the New Jersey Shore, but this is what it used to look like back in that time. This is
Right.
probably around Atlantic City. So they would always try to escape the heat of the summer, right?
Mhm.
So they were promised to come down here and just hang out without a worry. And there was the war going on in Europe, and there was some other things happening in New York City that just people just needed a release, right? That's why we do
Right.
YouTube. That's why we do some other things. So people were going to the beach. some of these outfits are pretty snazzy at the beach. Like these guys are
Yeah.
like literally dressed up. so 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 the first victim was a man named Charles Van Sant. So he was one of these people who wanted to seek refuge from
Mhm.
the sweltering heat. So he was at his beachfront hotel and he wanted to take a dip in the Atlantic Ocean there before dinner on July 1st. So he's like 25 years old. He's pretty athletic. He waded into the shallow surf, swam out from the padded Chesapeake Bay, and then he was suddenly sliced through the 3.5 foot deep water. It's like a fin came right by him,
Right.
um, and the sea creature clamped on his left leg, released it, refused to let it go. The swimmer unleashed a morbid scream. The ocean's and the ocean's white breakers turned red, and a human chain tried to tug him to safety. So they tried to pull him on a tray, trying to pull him in,
Mhm.
but the animal did not unleash its jaws until the its belly scraped on the bottom of the pebbles of the beach and the shallow waters near the shore. The rescuers carried the body badly injured Besant into the lobby of the luxurious, I think that's Ingleside
Yeah.
Hotel, where he bled to death. The attending physician recorded it remarkable cause of death, a shark bite. So this was the first victim of this horrific event that happened. Um, some people are saying, let's see here. I'm not going to highlight it, but I am going to read it. You would have thought it would be a tiger shark attacking people in New Jersey since they're known to eat trash. Okay. Going to the beach, better put on your suit. Yeah, they're pretty straight up there. Bull sharks account for a majority of shark attacks. Yeah, some people think that after this that this was a bull shark. So this is victim one. So while swimming in the ocean was still kind of the pastime there, so it never really
Mhm.
phased them. They just said, okay, it was a fluke.
Alright.
Sharks along the
Nothing.
coast of New Jersey were unheard of. Many scientists believe sharks to be shy, just another fish that swam offshore and posed no threats to swimmers and not powerful enough to maul a human. Um, Stories of shark attacks told by ancient mariners were often dismissed as salty tales
Mhm.
and sea serpents. So they were just,
Right.
it's myth. Sharks are
Right.
just phony, you know, fake news, right?
Right. Exactly.
So there were signs put out even after this attack that says, bathers need have no fear of sharks. Fish experts, so-called experts, declared one that killed a swimmer may have thought he was a dog. So then you have no issue with that. So yeah, that's what the from the because he was from Philadelphia and
Oh
he
my
came to New
goodness.
Jersey. Yeah, they talked about they said it was a they thought it was a dog. You guys can still swim. So if you remember from the movie Jaws, right? The first attack happened and
Right.
everybody kind of like sort of freaked out, but then they're like, no,
Mhm.
no, we're not going to close the beach on 4th of July. Are you
Yeah, yeah.
crazy? So they just told everybody, you're fine. Everything was going to be good. So it's kind of similar, right?
Sure.
I choose you, says the shark. Thanks, Jacob.
Oh my gosh.
um, so victim number two was a Charles Bruder. 5 days later, however, terror once again struck from the sea. So this is 45 miles south of where Beach Haven, as Charles swam out beyond the breakers of Spring Lake, New Jersey. The 27-year-old Swiss bellboy captain at the Essex Sussex Hotel was
Sex
taking a
bacon.
yeah, there you go. um,
Full circle.
exactly. Hotel was taking a regular lunchtime swim, so I guess that's pretty cool. You go swimming on your lunch break.
Yeah.
A man eater
And then
struck
become lunch.
130 yards from shore and bit off his leg above the knee and the right leg just below his knee. There's a picture, a
I
drawing of
know,
that.
I look, I
Uh,
don't I'm I'm trying not to laugh.
lifeguards
That rendering is terrible.
lifeguards fainted at the site. There was nothing there could be done to save him. And Yeah, so if you see that, that's a pretty brutal drawing, right?
Oh my god.
So
Savage.
both ways. While assistant curator of New York's American Museum of Natural History, who explained Bruto's body declared the mutation the work of a killer whale. Others clung to the belief that the giant tuna or the great sea turtle must have been the culprit. Some conspiracy theorists believe the attack was the work of a shark. Conspiracy theorists, remember,
Mhm.
and that is a shark trained by the Germans to follow their U-boats and strike American bathers. So they thought sharks were so cool and chill that the Germans had to
Oh my
have
lord.
co-host them to attack Americans. It sounds pretty familiar, right? Nowadays it would probably be Russians or something,
Shit
right?
people come up with. I swear to
It
God.
sounds like if this were to happen today, it would probably this would you would be like, okay, man, yeah, conspiracy theorists, shark attacks. So it's just funny. So yeah, they thought the Germans
Proportional.
were sending these sharks to this. Yeah, num 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 num.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah. So this is victim number 2. Again, 5 days later.
Wow.
Victim number 3. Now this was a kid. So now they started putting nets around because they're like, okay, what's going on
Right.
here? So they installed nets along the beaches and the Jersey Shore as boats patrolled the ocean waters, and they did the same thing in Jaws. Remember that after the second victim, they kind of
Mhm.
like they would they started like, okay, let's just patrol the area a little
Right.
bit. They proved useless in preventing the next attack, which occurred 25 miles north of Spring Lake on July
Gosh.
12th. So July 1st,
Mhm.
it was like July 5th or something.
Right.
Now, so he's hungry. He ate.
Bad month.
Yeah, he was full for a few days, and then he was like, I need myself another human
Oh
burger.
my
So,
gosh.
as the sun beat down on a 96-degree day, Lester Sitwell, this is the kid, he was frolicking with other boys in a popular swimming hole along Matawan Creek, a synthetic formant at the basket weaving factory where all the frail 11-year-old worked had taken pity on his overhardened employees and given them the afternoon to cool off. So back then,
Mhm.
if kids are watching, I hope not, 11-year-olds worked in factories, so, they said, "Hey, take the day afternoon off, and you can go
Yeah.
swim in the thing." Lester found his relief in the water of the creek and more than a mile inland, where it emptied into I think it's called Reditan Bay. As the
Mhm.
boy floated on his back, a shadow suddenly emerged from the depths. The shark grabbed him by the stomach, pulled him under the water, and he briefly surfaced long enough to utter a horrific scream before the shark once again took him down.
Poor
So there you go. Yeah. So some
thing.
people say here early days of Sharknado history. Yeah.
Shark.
What did the shark say when he ate the clownfish?
I
This
don't know.
tastes a little funny.
Keep them coming. I love these. I love
Yeah.
these bad jokes. I really do.
So there you go. That's sadly it was a boy. Um,
Yeah.
So, but that event continues. The rest of the terrified boys ran down Mattawan main street yelling for help. A local tailor, 24-year-old Stanley Fisher, joined the townspeople rushing to the scene and from a rowboat probed the murky waters with a pole. Finding no signs of life, it eventually became clear that the mission had switched from rescue to recovery when Fisher spotted Lester's body as the boys' parents watched from the banks. He dove into the creek, even knowing that the killer shark still lurked by. As Fisher retrieved the lifeless body, the shark reappeared and tore into his right leg. So the guy who tried to save the kid got eaten.
Wow.
Dragged to the shore by his neighbors, who desperately attempted to bandage the wound. Fisher passed away
Dang.
a few hours. So he wasn't really like technically a victim, but he was kind of like a in the area, right? He
You're
got
right,
eaten.
right.
So they have a. If you look closely to this photo, they have a plaque of both of them.
That's
At this
nice.
place. Isn't that crazy?
Oh
Yeah.
my
So,
gosh.
yeah. So, just like kind of like Jaws, right? The
Yeah,
people
no,
try to save a
it's
kid, and other people got eaten.
it is eerily similar, that's for sure.
Yeah. So now there's a victim number 4. Literally
Oh my
30 minutes
gosh.
on the same day. Um, After the attack on Fisher, a shark bit the leg of a 12-year-old boy, Joseph Dunn, mouth of near the mouth of the creek. But
Mhm.
the boy managed to survive. This one survived. The killer fish
God.
became publicly enemy number one. And this is one's pretty funny. There were bounty the same day. There were bounty notices promising $100 to the person or persons killing the shark believed to be in the creek. Um, so like there were people. Mobs of people wielding spears, pitchforks
Right.
descended upon banks of the creeks as a flotilla. Shark hunters tore into the water, posed shotguns. So there's a lady there with a shotgun. Um, toss sticks of
Oh
dynamite.
my gosh.
Um, the saw and they saw the creek's muddy water. So yeah, they were chucking everything they could at this thing, hoping to
My
take out the
gosh.
shark. So there's a picture of the two boys, another drawing of what happened to them. So pretty sad.
Yeah, no, it
Um,
is.
yeah. Let's see here. So yeah. So telegrams and letters, like literally within hours, poured into the White House from a panic Americans urging the federal government to do something to stop this rogue man eater. Because they didn't think sharks were
Right.
um,
So they thought
like
this one
this
was
crazy. They
right.
thought this one was off his meds, right? Two
Mhm.
days after the attack of Matawan Creek, President Woodrow Wilson convened a cabinet meeting to discuss the shark horror gripping the New Jersey coast. He tasked the Treasury Secretary to lead a war on sharks, so like war on drugs.
Oh,
Um, yeah, that included efforts by U.S. Coast Guard cutters and Bureau of Fisheries to rout the sea terrors. So they were really going after these sharks.
wow, must have been a slow week at the White House.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
God.
The same morning, in a small motorboat, similar to Jaws, off the coast of, I think that's South Amboy, New Jersey, shark hunter Michael Sessler spotted a black tail fin in the dragnet he had cast in the bay, and stuck the shark repeatedly with the head of a broken handle
Uh-huh.
into no longer until it no longer moved.
Wow.
Back on land, he reportedly found inside, but never conclusively identified whether the particular shark was indeed the man-eater. So he found like human remains in there. I skipped that
Mhm.
line. He found human bones. What they weren't sure was the man-eater, but after that shark capture, there were no more attacks
Hmm.
after that summer.
So
So
there you go.
he got it.
He did.
Wait. German sharks. Yeah, German sharks. So if you kind of want to give an idea like where all this is happening, if you do live in New Jersey or if you're familiar of the area, there's Beach Haven where was the first one there.
Mhm.
And then you've got uh the bay where the shark was captured and you got Spring Lake. So he kind of went up the coastline,
Yeah.
right? So
Mhm.
if it was one shark, he went up the coastline, kind of cruised up a little bit, and then went into the bay and then got caught.
Right.
And yeah. So the relationships between Americans and sharks forever would never be the same after this big event in 1916. No longer seen as benign, sharks were man-eating predators to be
Mhm.
feared. Even the most skeptical scientists, as New York Times reported, no longer doubted the big fish attacked men. Although Peter eventually told the New York Times that the 1916 attacks in New Jersey did not serve as inspiration for the novel Jaws, which was adapted into the movie in 1975. Um, but the parallels
It's
of the
similar. It's
man-eating shark terrorizing summer, it's super close,
very
right?
similar.
Super close. So I,
Very.
I would say, I would say yes. Um, this could be the
The
true
true
story
story of Jaws. I
of Jaws.
agree.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man. That was really interesting.
there you go.
That was very interesting. I
Isn't
mean,
that
I
crazy?
feel it is crazy, and of course, look, I'm not heartless. I definitely no, I mean, again, I live in Miami. We're surrounded by I mean, it's a peninsula. We're surrounded by ocean water, and, of course, I've definitely have, seen my fair share of news stories about shark attacks, and I always feel so sorry for the victims and this and that,
Oh
but
yeah.
at the same point, like I said, you are definitely taking a risk the moment you enter that water, unfortunately, and you have to be prepared for the possibility that something like that could happen. My mom won't go in. My mom is of that era. She watched Jaws, and
You should tell her this story.
she
You should
never went into the ocean ever again. She won't go in. She won't.
when I clip the segment out, you should share that video with her and see if
I should. She may not even wanna watch it at all. She'll just hear Jaws and sharks. No, I'm not watching it.
Yeah. Why
Oh,
are
yeah.
sharks hard to trust? They tell great white lies. Yeah.
Jacob's on a roll.
He usually is. He usually is. But if you're questioning, like, some of that water in there is salt mixed with where he was in the bay was in the
Mhm,
creek
mhm,
was salt mixed with fresh water, and in some cases,
mhm.
and if they can swim up into salt water. It has to have a little bit of saline, so for them to survive, but they got to quickly get out with the
Right.
tide. Um, R2, my good buddy R2, he did share a video of an actual shark that kind of was swimming in Massachusetts in a pond. So if you look
Oh,
here,
oh my god.
yeah, it's yeah, there you go. So he's actually kind of
Cool.
cruising there. Yeah, so
Look at
so
that.
maybe this would happen, in the creek, this
Right,
shadowy,
right.
figurey thing, and yeah, and probably at that time when all this was happening, maybe the shark didn't realize, these were humans. So
And that's my thing is I think that's, and I think that's why I have such a problem with Jaws is like there is always this I feel like there is this misconception like these sea creatures know what they're eating and know that it's a human. I'm like, they don't freaking know. It's
no,
food.
they
They
think it's
don't
like
know.
they think it's like a what do you call like a seal or like some floating
Yeah, right,
because
exactly. So
I don't think their eyesight's that very good. I think it's all
yeah, I feel like you're
senses.
blaming this animal for just doing what it does, its natural instinct. I mean, it's same thing if
Well,
I went on a safari and suddenly got attacked by a lion. Well, yeah, of course there's going to be that possibility of that happening. The
I'm sure
animal
there's a
kingdom, man.
I'm sure there's an event like this sort of like with lions. So.
Yeah. Oh, you got to look for that and do that one next.
So there you go. So we're getting close to the hour, but we do have a couple other things to share with you.
Okay.
Now, like I said earlier, on the back of the stage, I said I do a segment about Bigfoot, and you said
Yes.
you didn't have any stories, but you
No.
have some myth buster comments that you want to provide.
Yeah, he doesn't effing exist.
Well, okay, hold
I-
on. Before we get started, let's just look at something, and you could find out if you
okay.
think he still exists or not.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if this is Bigfoot. It's something came to this person's door,
Okay.
and I'm not sure if I would appreciate this if this came. Do you have a Ring camera?
I don't have one, but I know where
No.
they are.
Okay. Well, this person got something on their Ring camera that's
Uh-oh.
kind of terrifying. So let's just listen here.
DoorDash delivery. No, I need a young priest and an old priest. You need some house. The hell was that? That is not
It could
Bigfoot. I don't know what that was, but that was
it,
not Bigfoot.
you don't think it was Bigfoot? I mean,
Hell no! That was the Blair Witch. What the fuck was
you don't
that?
think that was Sasquatch?
No!
No,
That
I don't
was
think
the
it was
Blair
ET. I'm pretty
It
sure
was
that
the
was
Blair Witch.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no, no.
Yes.
That ain't Bigfoot. That was an
Yeah.
American.
I
Mm, no, I mean,
oh
Canoli's not
my
in the chat.
goodness.
I don't see him here anymore. But he comes to my front door and says that very same phrase, and he's a Bigfoot.
Oh my goodness. That was terrifying.
You don't think that was a
Uh,
Bigfoot?
hell no!
Oh, great, JT. I'm not gonna be able to sleep peacefully tonight. Sorry,
That was a
JT.
demon coming to suck out your soul. What are you talking the hell?
I bet you every one of you, if you have a Ring camera, you're gonna check it every 5 minutes.
I'm now glad I do not have a Ring camera. Absolutely not.
Well, I
Oh,
didn't
that
mean to.
was creepy.
Wait,
Thank God
well,
it's
there you
still
go.
early.
You weren't creeped out by sharks, but now you got creeped out by. Um,
Well,
I've caught in
I'm a
Bigfoot
big
before.
believer in ghosts. Yeah, you see, I'm a big believer in ghosts and stuff,
Oh,
so that kind of thing, like, that creeps me out because I don't know what that is. Was that
it was.
actually a human or some sort of weird entity?
I think it was a little Bigfoot because I've caught in Bigfoot with Tabitha, by the way.
It's Bigfoot! Could you back up a bit, Mr. Foot? You're out of focus.
I was gonna say that's the only Bigfoot I believe in is the one from a Goofy movie.
It could be Chupacabra.
Chupacabra. Now you see,
But
that's
no,
what we believe in, me and my
I think
Cuban
that was a
folk. We believe in the
comes to
Chupacabra.
someone comes to my ring bell like that, they're getting shot.
Yeah!
You're
Get off my
gonna
property.
shoot Bigfoot? Maybe just want some cookies. You never know. No.
Toss the cookies out the window and see if it goes away.
Mhm. No, probably not. I heard they do dances for you if they want to come in, kind of like this.
You know what? I dig the dance.
Most people do. Only person that hates it is R2. So
Well, his opinion does not matter.
here you go. Shotgun, Bible, and garlic. Yeah.
The power of Christ compels you.
Well, we're wrapping up here on the hour, and I've had a great time. This has been a blast.
I
I'm
had a
glad you
wonderful
showed
time.
up again, everyone. If you want to follow Shanti, you can follow her here on Twitter, and you can also I put everything in the description below, so you can check her out there, and you can also catch her on Scarif After Dark and Scarif Podcast, and you can kind of see her hanging out with the Red 5 Network crew. So we need to have you back on
Mhm.
after the weekend again. I know you were on a while back. So
Yeah, we did The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. I love that movie.
yeah,
So, for
so
sure.
R2 and I kind of are changing that up a little bit where we have a guest review every month. So maybe you can
Okay,
be one of
cool.
those. So
Yeah, I would love that.
um yeah, another great show. Thanks, Theme Park. Thank
Aw,
God, man.
thanks, theme park.
Don't forget Silver Bullets. Yeah.
Yes, silver bullets, very important.
No one likes the fact that I had someone come to their door. Yeah, somebody comes to my door like that, I'm probably gonna get a mag dump. Yeah, I'm probably.
Oh, man.
Just remember, if you hear this sound, it could be a shark.
Go diving.
Not.
See what
I'm pretty sure
happens.
that was Sasquatch stuff. So
It was
is there
Sasquatch.
anything you want to promote before we sign off?
Well, just to let everyone know, Scarif After Dark is actually a bi-weekly show, and this is actually our turn this Saturday because we alternate with Dork Wars. They do sometimes a live show on the alternate Saturdays, but Josh and I will be live this Saturday. We have Blake from Dork Wars coming on, and the lovely Nicole of Rogue One Radio. And we are doing a battle of the sexes. Who thirsts better, nerd men or nerd women? So it should be a really good discussion. And I wanted to get the word out that we did
I
open it.
want to say men do.
You'd think that, but I did a poll that suggests otherwise. And I don't know if the guys were just too shy to answer appropriately or worried about being, I don't know, misogynistic or whatever, but we all thirst. Don't deny it. Give me a break. But we
Yeah.
did open up a tea public store and we got some really cute stuff.
Oh, that's
Josh
cool.
got this for me. This is our limited edition. I released this for January for New Year's, so this will only be available for January. And of course, if you have watched our show, R2, who is responsible for the closer, uh,
Oh yeah, this thing.
thank God Roe sanctioned this, although it wouldn't have mattered. I would have done it anyway. But we close out our show with this image, and I decided to make a shirt out of it, and 4, I think, have already been sold. So
Awesome. So you can check
we
her
got
merch. And,
mugs, we got, yeah, all
cool.
sorts of stuff and all sorts of
Thirst and
different
hunger.
designs. Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, Cannoli, it was a great one. Great as always. Thanks for showing up. You
Thanks,
never
Cannoli.
commented if that was one of your kind or not.
Yeah.
Hmm, it's okay. Is that R2 in that photo?
I don't know. R2, I did create a calendar that I'm trying to give away if we hit 250 subs by the end of the month, which I don't think is going to happen. But that picture of Ro is on the back of the calendar, and I did put a QR code over his package. So if you
Nice.
scan Ro's package, it'll lead you to our YouTube channel. So thanks,
Okay.
R2. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, he's a good mod. So.
Oh, yeah. No, R2's great.
All right. Well, again, I had a blast. I had fun
I
talking
did
about
too.
sharks, bad graphic design, and I would love to have you back on again. So I appreciate you coming by.
Definitely. Definitely.
Now, remember, everyone out there, hit that like. And if you add this to your watch later, if you haven't, if you want to rewatch it or you want to share it with someone else, that would be fantastic. But I'm going to say goodnight to you all. And wait, what? Rose pack.
Yeah.
You're going to end it like that? Okay. Have a good one, everyone. You you have a good night, and I will talk to you all later.